Life is a winding road.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I am here to check in for the first week of June. So we're going to be comparing what we budgeted for the month to what we've actually spent so far. If you've been around for a while, or at least for the last week or so, our budget has changed dramatically because of some of our life events. So just to kind of bring you up to speed, just in case you have not been around or you're not sure what is happening. So first thing, I am currently self-employed. I have my Etsy shop, which is our sole income. My husband right now is a stay-at-home dad with our youngest, and actually he's going to be a stay-at-home dad with our oldest as well. We have a 6.5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and our 6.5-year-old's last day of kindergarten is today. So during the summer, when she's not in summer camp, he is going to have both girls, and then I think the game plan is in the fall, when they both start school, he will start coming in and helping me out with the business. So I'm really excited about that. He's helped me in the past and it's worked out really well. So that's kind of the game plan for now. That's what's been going on. On top of running a business, we also recently sold our home. We lived in our home for about 5.5 years, and it's a kind of a long story. Don't like to get into a ton of the details, but we are currently in the process of looking for a new home. We have to stay within Macy's school district because we really want to, and so we're kind of navigating that as well. But that is why our budget's going to look really differently, really different. You're not going to see any mortgage payment. You're not going to see a lot of stuff. It's just a very strange time. So kind of take this budget with a grain of salt because I feel like it's very different from normal ones. I have years and years and years of budget videos on my channel, so if you're wanting to find something that's a little bit more representative of like a normal situation, that would be a good place to start. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm also going to talk about sinking funds today, and I'm also going to talk about some of the utilities and refunds and stuff that we're expecting. But we're going to start with groceries. So here's my monthly view. This is where I track all of our variable expenses. I like to see things in terms of colors and dates just so I can see like what's going on. I feel like it's also really helpful when I am like tracking stuff to see the date and like what was going on during that time. So we're gonna start with groceries. Groceries are in pink. So we had $57.84 at Jewel. We picked up like some dinner that one night, and then we got a bunch of like frozen stuff as well. And then Caputo's was $14.74. That was just stuff for the office. And then we went to Target and spent $77. That was again like just stuff for the weekend and also just some freezer stuff. Jason's parents, we're staying with Jason's parents now, and before we were staying with them, Jason's sister and her family were staying with them. So we had very limited space in terms of freezer stuff. So luckily we ate through most of our stuff that was at our old house, and now we're just kind of stocking up on new stuff, so we'll have stuff in the freezer and stuff if we need it. And then Jason did our normal like meal plan and grocery shop this week, which felt so nice. So he spent $11.02 at Jewel and then $105.72 at Aldi. Jason tries really hard to get the majority of our food at Aldi because it's just honestly cheaper for the most part. And then like if there's anything that's not at Aldi, he'll pick that up at Jewel. So I think this time it was like broccoli and then like maybe some of the tea that he likes to get. So we spent a total of $266.32 for groceries this week, which is more than what we budget per week. So for groceries for us, we normally do $200 per week, and we do it by the number of Mondays in the month. And so we're over $66, obviously. Again, a lot of that just has to do with we're stocking up on stuff that's in the freezer that we, again, normally would have already had, but we had, you know, like we really weren't picking stuff up. If you checked out my last month's video for May, you know that we were significantly under for groceries, and that was again because we weren't picking up some of that stuff. So remaining we have $533.68, and I like to take a look at it by the number of Mondays we have left. So we have 3 Mondays left. So if we divide that number by 3, we have $177.89 per week going forward. So not bad at all. I feel like $177 still gives us a ton of wiggle room. If you look and see, like, I feel like recently our budget has been like, if we're not doing all these extra hauls, picking up stuff, we're usually like right around that like 125 mark. I think where it hits us hard is when we stock up on extra stuff. That's when it's like, okay, it's gonna be closer to that $200 mark. But I think $177 is gonna be good. I did mention we are staying with Jason's parents this month. So I think, you know, we'll pick up food, we'll meal plan, and like, I think they'll also cover some when like they're in charge of dinner. So we'll figure it out. We're still working through it, but honestly, we feel so blessed that we're able to stay with them, because if we were in this situation and we had no, you know, no family to stay with, it would be a completely different story. So just very grateful for them. Next, we're gonna look at eating out, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's been some eating out for sure, and then also we've treated Jason's sister, Jason's dad to dinner, just because we, again, have been staying at their house for free, and we aren't gonna see Jason's sister for a while. So I'm hoping that these amounts are not representative of June. I'm hoping that we can like really scale it back, but we'll kind of see. So we went to Mickey's hot dogs. That was $24.19. That was last week, just me, Jason, and the girls. We love Mickey's hot dogs. And then we went to Jason's Deli, and that was $60.11. That was when we treated Jason's family to dinner that night. Me and Jason won a Taco Bell. That was $23.83. And then he picked me up a coffee at Dunkin'. That was $3.12. And then we picked up the girls some chicken nuggets from McDonald's on the way back from a birthday party. So that was $8.16. So that brings us to a total spent of $119.41. So definitely a good chunk of change. 41. We always budget $300. So if I subtract out 300, we have $180.59 remaining. And I like, again, to look at it per week. So I look at the weekends. So we have 1, 2, 3 more weekends remaining. So if we divide that by 3, we have roughly $60.20 per week. So I think that is gonna be just fine. Again, if we just do like small eating outs, I think it's gonna be like totally doable for us. So we're doing good there. And then for gas for our cars, we filled up. So Prius was $41.38. I mentioned this in a different video, but honestly, that's insane to me, because Jason's car, on like during good times, that's what it costs to fill up. Like my Prius has, I think, like 8 gallons. It's insane. And then Jason's car was a whopping $71.99, which again is just ridiculous, but it is what it is. We are doing a lot of driving right now, and I think that's going to continue. So gas for our cars was $113.37. I did budget $400, so that means that we have $286.63 remaining. I don't do it per week, but that will give us, you know, both of us can fill up one more time, and then I think like I would be able to fill up, I guess I could fill up twice, Jason could fill up one more time, and we would be good there. So I think that will be good for us. I will definitely reevaluate, like if, you know, we're still staying with Jason's parents, still doing a lot of driving, I think we're definitely gonna have to like think about like, oh, is this gas enough? But the nice thing is, with the weekly check-ins, I feel like we can monitor it, and then before I start budgeting for July, I can evaluate it and see like, okay, do we need more? Do we need less? So that's gas for the cars. And then we did pick up some stuff from Target for household. That was $10.37. So we'll put that here, $10.37. And I budgeted $100 for household, so that was $10.37. We currently have $89.63. So because we're staying with them, because we're like paying for groceries and meal planning, and like, you know, they're obviously included in those meal plans, we're not really spending a ton on household items, but you know, we'll still need like shampoo, face wash, just all the stuff that like goes along with it, because we don't use the same products that they do. So I definitely don't anticipate needing the whole $100 for this month, but I think that we'll still use some. The other thing is, if we start getting into the process of finding a home and that's more locked in, then we can, you know, start buying some stuff that we'll need, because a lot of stuff we like just let run out, like paper towels, trash bags, all those things, like we just kind of let run out at our house, or dish pods. So those are things we'll have to purchase when we do move into the next house. And so it's good to have some extra wiggle room. So if I see we're getting close to the end of the month and we are in the process of purchasing something, I may just like buy those things so we can use that money up. It's already allocated to it. And that way, you know, in July, when we do potentially have a house, like we're not having to buy all those things and have our budget insane. So that's good there. We had nothing that is unbudgeted, so we can go ahead and put 0 for that. So that is awesome. So yeah, I would say we're doing pretty well. I think the main thing is groceries. We just need to like keep an eye on, make sure that we're not going crazy. Again, I think a lot of the stuff that we stocked up on, I don't think we're gonna have to pick up again. One thing though to note is, it's interesting, Macy is enrolled in summer camp, and one thing that I did not know is that she actually does have to bring lunch every day. So I was thinking, oh, that's awesome, it's included, but there's one day only that they include lunch. So that's something that we're gonna have to continue to pay for lunch for her. And I guess the only thing is our budget won't go down because of that. Like it'll just stay the same. Okay, so for some other notes, we are finally getting all of our like remaining bills for utilities from our old house. So our electric bill came in, it was only $28.91. I budgeted $50, so we were $21.09 under. Gas, I checked and I'm pretty sure that amount is 0. I'm gonna leave it blank for now. And if like nothing comes in during this month, then I know that it's 0. But when I checked the bill, it said 0. So I'm guessing that that is 0. We haven't used heat. We didn't cook very much towards the end, so I think the gas bill is just 0. From Xfinity, our internet and cable provider, I returned all the boxes, all of that stuff, and I saw that we should be getting a refund for $181.89. So I'll keep an eye on that. When I looked up the bill, it looked like that was going to be the refund, but it said it could take 30 days. So I didn't put that in anywhere because I'm just kind of expecting it. That's why it says refunds expected. And then we did put a water deposit down when we originally like bought our house, and so we should be getting that water deposit back. I don't remember what that is. I think it's like $200 to $300. So what's gonna happen is, with some of these refunds, like I think those are the only 2 refunds that we should get. I'll just include that in other income, but I do wait until we receive the money to actually record it. So that's why I'm keeping track of it here, but I'm not including it as income or anything like that until we physically get the money in our account. So I'll keep an eye on those things. But yeah, I mean, in terms of everything else, like we got our big wire for the equity that we had in our home. All of that money, like every single penny plus a little bit more, will be going towards the new house. So we'll be able to put down a very large chunk of money, which will be awesome. We have been, like, you know, the last few years we've been paying the house down, so we really didn't owe a ton on the house. So it's just nice that like going into the next house we have a really nice down payment. And then in terms of sinking funds, Jason went golfing one day. That was $25. Macy needed new socks. Her socks she's had for, seriously, I feel like years. We have purchased a couple extra like sets, but she's had the same exact ones for years, and she's had holes in them. Like it seems like almost every pair there's holes. So we threw those all out, got her a new pair. I think we got her a set of like 20 for $13.99, so that was not bad. We had one of our cousin's birthday, so we got her a present. So that just came out of Christmas and gifts. That was $18.99. And then we went to a trampoline place for her birthday. Jason got Mila a Slurpee, and that was $5.23. So that is pretty much an update when it comes to how we're doing financially for the first week of June. Again, I feel like we're doing pretty well. I think the main thing is just keeping an eye on some of those refunds, also trying to not go super crazy with the groceries. But again, we don't have a mortgage in June, so that wipes out, you know, like close to $1,800. So I'm hoping that we can save a good chunk of money in June, and even if we're a little bit over when it comes to like food stuff, like it should be fine. But yeah, anyway, that's a little update. Hopefully you guys are having a very chill month and not going through as many changes as we are currently. I have to say I'm feeling a little bit better about the whole thing. I've mentioned before, me and Jason are not very good with change at all. So it's definitely a very big adjustment, but like I mentioned, I feel so grateful that we have Jason's parents and we're able to stay with them, because I stayed with them during the summers and stuff when I was in college. So honestly, it feels like home in a sense. Like it feels like we're just like visiting, and it feels like really natural for us, for the girls. So it could have been such a more stressful situation if we didn't have them. So again, I'm just really grateful for them. I did already pay the cell phones. I can go ahead and do that. I always like to just make sure that I did that for Jason's mom. But yeah, anyway, that is it when it comes to this weekly check-in. Let me know how you guys are doing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights,